This is the late night shoe review. We got the 510 Impact Sam Hill. Right, yeah, Sammy. It should say Sam somewhere. Doesn't. But this is the Impact Sam Hill. Stealth rubber. I've just given her a scrub with CT18. It's what I wash my bikes with. I think it contaminates brakes a little bit, but not terrible. Still functional. I ride my bike. It's right there. I ride it functionally, and it doesn't. Yeah, I think it may contaminate them a little bit. I don't know. I definitely think it does. But what it does for rubber is killer. It makes rubber sticky again. So after you've washed your bike, if you scrub your grips, sticky again. You scrub your tyres, sticky again. You scrub anything that's rubber, sticky and supple again. No different to the... Look at this. Let's see if we can get a closey. I'll try and... Like, it's just nice and soft and gooey. But these are... I'm going to go on a limb and say they're close to 2 years old. But they've probably done 18 months of work. 12. They've done at least 12 solid months. Of work and riding. I'm not a ride everyday guy. I wish I was. I wasn't anyway when I bought these. I am now. I ride pretty much every day, whether I'm bouncing around on the street, doing wheelies, getting on the unicycle out the back, whatever. But anyway, yeah, CT18 sorts the rubber out. Versus, I didn't scrub these yet, but the 2FO ROOST, the ROOST 2FO, Specialized ROOST 2FO. I bought these in a size 44, and I didn't even think to check what their... So that says 10.5. Yeah, 10.5 US. Yeah, no, that's right. So that's cool. So 44, 10.5, which is what I would usually be. I'm an 11. I'm a 10.5 to 11. I'm a 10.5 in most shoes. So this 510 is it's a 44. But I'm assuming that's 10.5 as well. There you go, US 10.5. Way bigger, way more space for your foot to spread and be comfortable and neutral instead of being cramped up or cramped up like that. It's you just spread in the shoe. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. These I was loving, and we've just hit winter, so we've gone from between 25 and 40 degrees temperature. When I bought these, it was 40 degrees temperature, mid 30s, and then 20s, and now we're in the mid teens, so it's about 14 degrees to 17 degrees average riding temperature. And all of a sudden, this 10.5 44 is way too small for me. It cramps my toes. My little toe here is always here, so it's exposed anyway, which is, I don't like the lack of protection on this shoe, but it's basically a free rider. It's a specialized version of a free rider, the original free rider. So it's a great shoe, but you have to size up because it's shrunk like hell. I believe it's definitely shrunk with the weather. This thing, it's been relatively waterproof. It's been quite grippy, a reasonable base. Now that it's winter, this feels hard and hollow, like it doesn't feel like it's got much density to it. And there's zero protection. I mean, I haven't hit my feet too much these days, but there's very little protection for your toes up the front there. You're just going to get smashed. And there's no protection for your little toe. It just gets destroyed. So Specialized, definitely make your shoe a little bit wider, a little bit more comfortable. You need to be able to put your foot in a shoe and spread it. It'll help every other part of your leg work better. If your foot's cramped up, everything else is gonna suffer. So you gotta have space, but not too much space. You still want to be a snug fit. So I guess it's hard. I don't design shoes, so I can't really talk. But they're too small. That's what I'm getting at. They're too small now. So if you're gonna buy some, definitely size up. Absolutely size up. What would you would usually get in a 5'10"? Definitely size up. Rubber is killer. It's as good as that. It's as good as this industry standard. It's just so good. But everything else about it I'm not big on. And the Specialized DH Roost, these are both the new Roost. This is the new Roost I'm talking about. Seems like they use a different rubber. I haven't ridden one yet, but $250, you're not getting my money. Not yet. I've just gone back to riding on my 5'10" because this thing has all of a sudden become too tight and too small. And the 5'10" 44, 10.5 is just beautiful for a fit. I definitely wouldn't go a bigger fit, and I wouldn't go smaller. It's perfect. It's taller, so it takes up more space before your foot, between your pedal and your foot, so it feels like you're standing a little higher. But just incredible. Just incredible. But that's saying that, my standard impact, so this is the Impact Sam Hill, my standard impact feels like it has a softer sole. And look at the wear on this sole. You got your 3 gouges from the back pins on my pedals, and then you got pins up here, obviously. But yeah, I reckon the standard impact is is more grip than the Impact Pro, and the not the Impact Pro, than the Sam Hill. The standard impact is grippier than the Impact Sam Hill, but the Impact Sam Hill seems to last longer, which I don't like. I'm happy with how long the standard impact lasts. I get 2 years out of it, and then it's flogged. Any other 5'10" shoe, I get between 3 months and a year out of. So this Specialized, this is 6 months wear. So fair gouge out of the right shoe. Not too bad out of the left. So that's my back foot, which, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, it just feels right. I don't know why that's fair enough. Can't really describe it. But good, excellent grip. But you gotta size up, and they just feel, yeah, they're a summer shoe. It's weird that I would say that. It's a summer shoe. It's not a winter shoe. It feels hard and less damping under your foot. It feels a little, hollow. I can't walk around in them as easily as I used to. But they're still in good nick. They haven't torn. None of that. Like, the body of it is killer still. I don't know what goes on with that rubber. It goes a bit hard, but otherwise, yeah, I'm happy with them. I was happy with them. So maybe I'll bring them back out in summer, but I'm not going to be wearing them again. They just cramp my feet. They cramp my toes, and I reckon I'm getting corns on my toes. So I don't want that. Corns are for old people. So I'm back on the 5'10" Impact Sam Hill, and I love it. I know my feet are protected. That is the biggest thing. The biggest and most enjoyable thing about these shoes is all of this here is just so much protection. When you actually crack into something, like, it's just a relief, especially after you've smashed toes in free riders or free rider pros. Impact Pros are good. They got excellent protection. Impact Pro has got better protection than the Impact, but they're not as comfortable, and I don't think the grip's the same. Different pattern affects the grip. So this one's got like a solid frontage, but all of this is exposed. Like, it's not strong, where this is a bit strong. It's not too much. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of difference. That's a fair bit stronger, but I don't say that gives you. Oh, it does. Yeah, look how much that folds into your toe. You just squash. That's touching the bottom. That one I got to work to get to the bottom. Yeah, I was still not on the bottom. So, way more protection on the Impact Pro. A lot on the Impact, standard Impact. A lot heavier than this 2FO Roost, which is their trail shoe. But grip is very similar. I'd almost say the Specialized grip is better. Because of the thickness difference, I've got more ability to curl my foot, curl the foot onto the pedal, whereas on the Impact, it's very, very stiff. It still flexes, but it's very stiff. So, yeah. That's side by side, I guess. There you go. The difference there. Both good shoes, but definitely size up if you go on the Special. The DH shoe I've tried on, and the 45 feels too big. I couldn't try on a 44, so I'll try that next time I go to the shop. DH Special 44. Roost. Cool. Leave it at that.